What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we are talking college basketball. We are going to give you 3 full bets for tonight's Tuesday night slate. Before we get started, our presenting sponsor is BetMGM. And we actually have a phenomenal offer for you guys. And here's how you take advantage of it. You're going to create a BetMGM Sportsbook account, deposit at least $10. Make your first paid bet, and you are going to get 3 months free of Awesemo Plus Platinum. And again, depending on how much you deposit, you can get up to $1,000 in risk-free bets when you sign up, make a deposit, and make your first wager with BetMGM. Pretty sweet deal. And we're going to take a look at BetMGM today when we go through these bets. So I'll bring you over to that page. And today, Tuesday night, we are going to be riding some underdogs. The first one we're going to take a look at is Kentucky plus 1.5 against Tennessee, Tennessee being the home team. This is a spread that is moving, so one you want to take advantage of as soon as possible. I've seen Kentucky plus 1 in some other spots already, but it's a spot where you're just dealing with a different level of competition between these two teams. With Kentucky, their main advantage is going to come on the glass here. And again, you're getting them as an underdog, but Kentucky, they're 13th in rebounding compared to Tennessee, who is 152nd. So that's immediately a huge mismatch. You look on the other side, Kentucky's 6th in defensive efficiency, 6th in offensive efficiency. Tennessee is 74th. Defensive efficiency, Kentucky's 10th. Tennessee is 13th. And then we look at how these teams are made up. Oscar Tshiebwe has been the premier big man in the country. Now, he doesn't have quite as much size as some other big men, but we look at Tennessee. They're actually a team that's a little weak in the front court right now. Olivier Kamhua has actually been injured, and he's not there for this team right now. So you're potentially buying low on a team here in Kentucky, and it's not even really buying low. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They've knocked off some of the better teams, Florida, Alabama, Kansas in that span, and they've really been impossible to stop. One thing to watch, Ty Washington has been banged up, but we've seen them use a lot of different guys in that role. We've seen them use Davion Mintz and Severe Wheeler, so not really looking too much into that. But it's going to be Kentucky plus 1.5 here for our first bet. Second one, we're going to go to the Big East with Butler plus 3.5. This is another one that's moving. Could have grabbed this at plus 4 early this morning, but it has since shifted, and I expect it to continue to do so throughout the day. Butler just being one of the most underrated teams in the conference right now, and it's largely because of injuries to the roster that they suffered early in the year. We're talking about Bo Hodges primarily, who was out, but has since returned. And we look at the last 5 in for this Butler team. You know, they beat Georgetown at the end of January by 3 points, and then they played some of the better competition in the conference in Xavier, St. John's, and Creighton. All of those losses were by 3 points or fewer, so very close margin of defeat. And then they go out and knock off Marquette, a surging team in the Big East last week. So we can see this Butler team is a little stronger than we expect. And now today, they're taking on DePaul, another team who's dealt with injuries themselves, primarily to their stud, Javon Freeman Liberty, who's been out multiple games with a groin. Javen Johnson hasn't played for this team. So you're taking Butler in a position of strength against a DePaul team who's been a little weaker of late. And again, it's a spot where you have Butler, very strong rebounding team, 36 in the country. DePaul at 220th. So another mismatch on the glass for Butler. Should be able to take advantage of this as the dog. And our last one, we are going back to the SEC where we can get Florida plus 1.5. You're probably noticing a theme here. We're buying low on some teams that had some injuries to start the year. With Florida, it was to Colin Castleton. And as you can see, the line here comes with minus 115 juice. This is another one that's already moved to 1 in some spots, so you want to hit this as quickly as possible. But for Florida here, you're going to be getting them taking on Texas A&M. It's another spot where, again, the biggest mismatch is probably on the glass with Colin Castleton coming back. He's now played 30, 29, and 35 minutes in the last 3 games. So re-injury is not really a risk for Colin Castleton right now. Colin Castleton is 6'11". Texas A&M doesn't traditionally use one of these elite big men. They're going to use Henry Coleman a lot, who's only 6'7". So a big mismatch there. Texas A&M does have a couple 7-footers, 6'11" guys. They just don't get a lot of minutes. Like Javonte Brown, he's only played 19 minutes over the last 3 games, so we're not really expecting much from him. But then we have Florida 64th in rebounding, Texas A&M 100 and 12th. So that's a spot where you can really take advantage of this. On the interior, Florida is 40th in the country in 2-point field goal percentage. On defense, Texas A&M ranks 92nd there. Just a lot of mismatches overall for these teams. And you also have Florida 126 in offensive efficiency, Texas A&M 1/7. But the main mismatch here is going to be on the glass. And with Colin Castleton, we've really seen this Florida team rebound. A lot of their tough losses came with him off the floor. But that is going to do it for us today. Again, I'm Matt Gajewski on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite bet is. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like before we head out of here. But thank you guys for watching. We will catch you again.